bartender is very, very important. About myself, I'm working for this industry almost 30 years. I'm 45 years old this year. Bartender is not about work for me, bartender is about my career. I travel the world to judge for Japan, Italy, London, around Asia. I also one of the committee members for the World 50 Best Bar. I allowed to choose a bar to recommend to the World 50 Best Bar. I'm the grand seminar for Taste of the Cocktails, which is 20,000 people attend in New Orleans, USA. I work for brands, few brands. Currently, I own Peter Swing Consultancy. It's a consultant company which I consult for Southeast Asia. My client in Jakarta, Manila, Malaysia, Philippines, Vietnam. As you all got a book, a handy book on your table, paper. No, another one paper. There's another paper for mechanic that how to be a bartender. Bartender is not about making drinks. Bartender is about engaging the guests. How you want to get the best bar nomination, that means you have to get a good team. You have to get a good customer to attend your bar. Without a good team, you cannot get a good customer. If you got a good team, don't have a good customer, your bar won't be good. So it's always a both thing. And a lot of bartenders nowadays is too fast moving forward. They don't have the foundations. They like to do a different thing. They like to make a cocktail without reading books. They want to make a cocktail without understand the flavor. So a lot of bartenders doing it the wrong way. So you have to have your basic foundation first. You have to know your tools, which is very, very important. And the useful of the tools. There's a tools in front of you, which is courtesy of the Nepal Distillery. I will share with you. Every single tools, there's a two type of using the tools. Not only jigger for jigger, bar spoon for bar spoon, strainer for strainer, shaker for shaker. There's always a story behind it. Why they design like this, why I prefer to have my own scoop, why the glass been designed this way, this way, this way, and that way. Why we have to arrange the glass from the high to the low, and the low to the high. For example, when you work in the busy bar, your glass, if you arrange this way, like an N, so it's got a problem because you're moving too fast, your shoulder will bend the glass will fall down. So you have to understand where you position the glass, because we work like an octopus. We work always with left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, without move our body. But if you wrongly design, or your speed leg never put properly, you will take the glass will fall down, you will look messy. So it's very, very, very important. Even though that you cut garnish, there's a lot of way of cutting garnish. Garnish is not for you to go. Garnish is for you to garnish is for you to make your glass beautiful. For a lady, you put a lady in a nice dress. You make sure that you have to make ladies have a nice makeup where it's garnishing. Then after that, you need to spray the oil, which is perfume. Then pass to the ladies. If your ladies got a nice dress, a beautiful color, without any accessory, it look bad. It look normal, like what you walk the street, see the ladies coming to the same. Then the straw also, there's a lot of way of straws, how you want to use your straws, how you will cycle your things. And your jigger, a lot of people measurement the jigger, they always fall under the line, which is wrong. And a lot of people, they want to work bar for a very long time. I've been working behind the bar for 30 years. They like to bend down. It's not healthy for your body. You need to work very, very long hours. You need to have a comfortable shoe to make sure that you stand for 8 to 10 hours. You have to have a proper posture. That's why now a lot of bartenders, they call it health posterity. That's means health first, after that come to the hospitality. So we always do with our friend, our face in front, not by bending down. Not the proper shaking, not lock your elbow, the proper staring, not cramp your arm. So there's a lot of things that you have to consider before you produce a cocktail. It's not only this thing, shake, serve the customer to be, no. And I observe around here, a lot of you guys don't like to communicate with the guests. You have to understand that the guest, the one who pay the drinks, the guest who the one who leave the things. If you don't talk to them, you don't know who they are. Sometimes a big boss that company want to get a better person to work in the country, you never know. So treat everyone equally. For me and my team and my staff, everyone is a VIP. Everyone is VVIP. We don't believe in VIP because VIP to us is very irritating people. We always believe in very, very important people. So everyone is the same. Everyone will feel a VVIP. We give that service. We don't, oh, this is boss friend. Okay, you're talking to the boss. Oh, you're the boss? Oh, nice to meet you. No, that's always a kind of things of customer. I need to get the paper to get ready. Today the topic that we're going to share is more about be your own bartender. Be your own bartender is the first thing that we have to cover in introduction of the basic bar tools, which is you have inside your bag all the bar tools. Then method of bartending, 5 basic method of bartending, which include stirring, shaking, muddling, wheel, blend. Another one, throwing method. That's mean, you know, they like to throw. We cover that. Bartender secrets, why must they stir, when to stop shaking, when start to shake, when start to stop, because when you learn bartender, people always tell you, you shake, cold, you stop. No. Metal, water, ice is always cold, especially in Nepal, it's very cold country. So you have to listen to the ice. Then you have to understand the flavor. A lot of people that they don't understand the flavor, for example, if you want to layer the drinks, let's say like beef itu, with blowjobs, for example, you know, they always layer again. A lot of people don't know layer. Layer is actually very easy. When you go to your back bar, there's a colorful ordering, you check the alcohol volume. Which alcohol volume is low first? 40, 80% now, 22, 25 center, 30 and above over. You will float automatically because you have to understand between sugar and oil. Sugar is heavy, oil is light. So you have to understand that. These two things is very, very important. Whenever you want to do any layered drinks, don't get nervous, just see the alcohol. Always remember sugar, heavy, oil, light. Alcohol, the higher alcohol, the lighter it will be. The lower alcohol, the lower will be. That is very, very important for you. That's why when people like, you see when people do a cocktail, they like to zest it. For example, like this, we call this a perfume. We call it a perfume because you want customer to drink it, they smell, they get curious. When you put here perfume, when they touch it, it gets sticky. For girls, it's very simple. Guy is sticky, it's okay. For girls, sticky, he check left and right, no people, he will smell. Oh, good smell. He will tell his friend. Then his friend will order one more. This is the fact. It's everywhere we go. It's always like that. So you have to understand about the flavor. Then another one more thing is about recycle. Recycle, reuse, reinvent. It's very, very important. Recycle. Whichever you use, the juice you have to recycle. You have to reuse. Then you have to reinvent. That's mean for the lime, after you squeeze, lime don't throw away. You can do it for garnish. You don't want to do for garnish for the lime. You can put inside a blender, put the sugar, blend it, make a jam. So next time if people want to ask for any margarita, a sweet, you can use a jam and do it. It's very, very simple. Can I get one lime? So I show you the difference that I can do with lime. So lime, there's a lot of way that you got a squeezer in front of you. It's really, really good. So you have to understand how to make use of the lime. So normally for lime, after I squeeze it, I will never go. Either I want to do a jam, or if a girl sit in front of me, I will turn it this way. Then I will put a fruits, I will put on top of it, the girl will put. It's like a basket. So the girl will take the food from here and eat. So there's a lot of way how we all want to do it. So about this lime, about orange, and even for like some things like a mint leaf. A lot of people use a mint leaf. They do a very nice drinks. For example, if You put a straw down here. A lot of people like to do like this. I see. This is the trademark down here, right? For us, we don't like to do like this. We always like to cut it short. We just always. Can you take from me, Kanis? Hey, ice, please. I showed you a two way of putting a straw, a serviette, because people always put an ice, then they put a straw, they put garnish part away. But for us Asian, we always like to use two straw. We don't like to use one straw, because the reason we use two straw is one to sip, two to stir. One straw, when you want to stir the drinks, is too soft. When we put two, it's more hard. It's easy for us to stir. So a lot of people like to put this way, the garnish, the straw they put this way, correct? But the garnish they like to put this way. Very simple.
Orange हाले orange को डल्लै हालेपछि आइस हाले आइस हाले एक orange आइस दिन कटाउने मानव भोजनबाट गरेर दिन कटाउने गरे दारी सारी पाले होला भनेर
Boss, can you faster? If not, I will ask them. Oh, you got ice yet? No?
दिन हासन कसरी भयो यसको मलाई त मलाई आइ छैन कहाँ हुन्छ आइस देखाउन मात्र राखेको
A lot of way of putting ice. For us, we like to put cow ice. For example, you guys don't like to put cow ice. It's okay. This one is actually can use for ice scoop, because you all like to use an ice bucket. If you use this, is better. When you scoop it, the water will drain. If you use a normal scoop, when you put inside the shaker, your shaker will drink a lot of water. So this is the good tools for scoop and for stir. So a lot of people like to for example, a lot of people like to do a garnish this way, which is I don't like. The reason that I don't like this way is because guys and girls is totally two different human, two different picture. Girls don't like to talk, guy like to talk a lot. When you put like this, it's not saying it's bad, but guy don't like to straw, girl like to straw. So guy will take up the straw, when he drink, this garnish will go inside the nose. It's a fact. You see, this is the most important thing that we have to consider about this. So we always like to put the garnish just beside here. Because if the guy don't like, he will take two things and throw. And I always, my team and I, we always believe in 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Because for guys, we always serve them 12 and 6 o'clock. Because guy will take the straw and throw. But girls, we like to put 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Because when you put 3 o'clock like this and 9 o'clock, if the cocktail is nice, the girl will take picture. If you put like this for the girls, the girl will take picture, but the girl will turn the glass. Then he will say, the friend will say the server is very good. So when the girl tell the friend the server is very good, the friend try to call the server and ask for serviette. So the server is very angry. He go to the desk. He will take the serviette. Miss for you. Then the girl said, it's very good. Can I see your manager? Because of 2 seconds of your life, you out of your job. So always must remember it's a habit of 3 to 6 o'clock, 12, 3, 9, 12, 6. It's very, very important. Especially towards the guests. Because if the guests take photo now, 20K, a lot of social media is very, very important. One post either make you success, or one post make a place close. So it's very, very important. So nowadays when we go overseas, we always talk about social media. We always talk about marketing. We seldom talk about learning foundation, because we just want to improve, because now controlled by the consumer. So it's very, very, very important. Then there's a few things that you all have to do is open the bottle. A lot of people open the bottle, for example, people open the bottle, they like to open this way. Or maybe this way. No. This is only you can open a tomato ketchup or chili sauce. Bottle you shouldn't open this way. Bottle This way. Yes. Every bottle always remember that you need to open label in front. You see, when you open, there's a sound for it. Customer want to listen to the sound. It's a fresh for new bottle. If you open like this, bartender, not say globally, few Asian country, bartender will work. They open like this. I show you. They put like this. They take. Then they find. Don't have. Then they fuck their friend. Hey, why you take my bottle cap? But actually, no, you put on the left. Then the friend said, no, you put on the left. No, I was putting on the right. Why you take? That's why we always like this cap. We always like to put at our hand. It's very, very important. After we open, we always keep it. We hide it here, then we close it. It's not easy for you all to do it, but this is a habit that you all have to do. Every habit needs times. After you do 5, 10 times, then become a habit. If not, you will do the same. You will still like this. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5 step. No. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. I make 500 drinks, you make 400 drinks. We got the same pay. It's not fair. So you all understand how the movement like. So whenever when you go overseas, one day surely you all will be good. You will go overseas and do a guest bartending, meet good people, learn from good people, teach the good people. They always see people who can work, who cannot work. For us, we always got a portfolio. We go. They always will know. Okay, I want to work with them. Oh, I don't want to work with A. I don't want to work with B. Why? I do 300 drinks. They do 100 drinks. So I do it. And so you all have to really have the same basic foundation that to process and execute the drinks better, faster. Better doesn't mean cannot be fast. Faster cannot, doesn't mean cannot be better. Then inside the paper, you got a lot of things understand guest behavior. For example, something like a sour. If people sour, if guest say, I want something sour. Sour is automatically less sugar, more lime. No? Why they want to drink sour? Why the guest want to drink sour? The reason is the guest want to drink sour is because the guest just eaten, stomach bloated, whether he want to burp or he want to fart, I don't know. So he needs something sour. Then sour is much about people that are manly, people like naughty, people like confused, people like picky. It's really because confused people, they go to your bar, you say, hey, I want something sweet without sugar, please. Everyone have done this before. See? So have to be very, very careful about this naughty people, picky people. Then the color of the flavor of the sour is very easy. It's passion fruit, citrus. Then we talk about sweet. Sweet, a lot of customers like sweet, especially for girls. Nothing wrong with the girls. 85% you give sweet, something like sweet remind them of our memories, sweet remind them of our birthday, sweet remind them of color, red. But ladies is wrong. 2 color red is not sweet, strawberry is not sweet, chili is spicy. But they still like the color red, I don't know why. So have to be very careful with customer, especially guy, come to your bar, I need something sweet, can you give me something sweet? Never serve a guy when wearing a jacket, come alone to the bar, in this glass, or in this glass, something sweet, something not right, you see. Because the guy with red like this is wrong. You shouldn't give guy like this. Guy should serve this glass. Guy shouldn't serve this glass. For girls, this glass is okay, but not right. So sweet, there's a lot of things that sweet can involve. Is much more about hazelnut, much more about berries. All the berries are sweet. So sweet is always remind you about like so-called like sadness, happiness, celebrations. Then we talk about something spicy. I always share with all the bartenders around the world that I do in a masterclass. Spicy is very, very good things for you all to join competition. So whoever join a competition, if you get the first contestant, make a spice drink. Because spice will numb the judge better. So we all always as the judges, when we see there's something spicy ingredients, we will tell the organizer, please put that. But some judges, it's okay. They want to drink it. So when numb your taste, your chances to win is always there. So spiciness, the only spiciness that you can think of is always chili, but today we will learn something new. This means we putting Tabasco inside the cocktail, because this Tabasco, when you put inside your bar, if your customer never order the Tabasco, maybe you use 1 year one time. So we try to implement this Tabasco, and just to let you know, this Tabasco actually aged in the Jack Daniel bus. Jack Daniel is the one of the bourbon, American whiskey, sour mash whiskey that's selling in US. Their law is only they can age one time. So after that, they sell to overseas. The biggest buyers of their Char barrel is Mount Gay 1703. Mount Gay Rum. Then second and third biggest buyer is Tabasco. After that, the last one we talk about dry. A lot of people, guess, especially Eurasians, European, they like to drink something dry. Dry means not sweet, no sugar. Triple sec, sec is dry, dry not sweet. Prosecco, good is dry, dry not sweet. Then is sec, that means semi-sweet. So you all have to understand about all the options. Go dry is very easy. When people talk about martini, it's like it's very easy, simple ingredients, 2 ingredients, gin or vodka, vermouth. But a lot of people do this mistake. Can I have an extra dry, please? Extra dry, that means it's not extra vermouth. That means less vermouth. That means the customer tell you, I want an extra dry, extra less sweet. But not extra sweet. Vermouth is sweet. So customer order a dry martini. You have a what you want, a vodka or gin? I want a gin. Olive or lemon twist. Olive. But can you make me extra dry? That means a dash of vermouth. Not double vermouth. So this is very important. A lot of server, especially server, that you have to share with them, because server is the most shy creature in the world. You only can see them 2 words. One is welcome sir, another one is thank you sir when you want to go back. Other than that, you cannot see them. You know, so we cannot blame them because they are like this. We never educate them, they feel shy. So we really need to educate them. So for example, like for us, our margarita, we always like to win half. We don't like to win full. Because why? We always give a chance for the server to talk to the customer. We always give them options. Why you win half? Because if you want salt, you take half. You don't want salt, you take the salt. You don't want, you want take salt. Because when the server, when customer order, can I have a margarita? Yes, on the rocks or straight up margarita. But no salt is okay. He go to system margarita, he go there. While you are busy working behind the bar, you go there, miss, your margarita. Oh, I tell you no salt. You go back to the bar, he will tell the bartender, customer said the drink no ice. But this time he don't want salt. See, there's a lot of way that we try to work as a family. Our working experience is very stressed. We need to stand for about 8 to 10 hours. We need to pay another additional 3 to 4 hours. One day we waste about 14 to 16 hours of our life just to make someone happy. So because of this 1 minute or less of education, you will spoil your life. Because when busy bartender is really frustrated. Sometimes I'm really frustrated. When work, they never follow the details, everything. So always must remember or share with your manager or share with your bosses that, oh, why not we just win off? No, why? It's easy for us. You know, you have to come up a standard SOP, standard operation procedure, which is we only win off. Girls, for women, we serve 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, okay, good. Guy, 6 o'clock, good. Why? Because the owner always want to ask you why. Because the owner always think about revenue. But you have to understand that with more education, more service, equal sales. If sales, you minus the hospitality, minus the knowledge, equal 0 sales. Customer only give you one chance. No? In Singapore, we call it a one-way ticket. With the customer coming, we know it's one-way ticket. If they consume one way, they say thank you, they will never come again. In my bar, I work in a bar. I always believe there's no sign and rules. So when customer will call my staff like this, I will talk to my staff for 15 minutes. Because why? I always, when customer like this, that means he never call you, it means goodbye, I won't come again. It's a standard. When customer got an opportunity like this, that means say, okay, thank you, goodbye, I will come again. It won't happen. You know, because they got a very bad experience. That is why that you all should really understand how it goes. Just think about how you got the opportunity to sit, then be serving. You know, same like my team. My team is always, every time that I will then go out, I just do want to make sure that a good place and a lousy place, then they share their experience with me. Why it's different? Why your place have to charge $20? Why this place have to charge $10? There's always a difference. There's always a service and experience. Okay, we need to wait for the paper. You guys got any question to ask? Any question?
इसका नाम तो दिन आसिम कसर हुआ है.
Got any question? No? No? If you got any question, please ask me anything. About bartender, about beverage, about spirits, about anything. About country, about girlfriend, anything. I'm open. I'm okay. I'm easy. You all can ask me.
सदीप नाम कसर दिन.
Okay. Chief. Very good question. Because this is the same problem that they share with me. A lot of people like to drink during winter only, not during summer, right? Okay. So there's a platform is called education. Education is that you have to know that one thing that you can do education, talk to the guests. Guests don't want to listen to your story. Guests don't want to see what you present. So how you present is very, very important. How you garnish your drinks and how you have to understand that what they need. You cannot always got the drinks of the winter to go to summer. You cannot have the summer drinks go to winter. That is why that during last year I come, the drink is actually for winter, right? Then this time I come, the drink is more for summer. For us in Singapore, it's much more easier because in Singapore, there's only one weather. Yeah, every time one weather. But we just pretend every 3 months we need to change the cocktail because customer will get bored. If you have this inside the menu, the same cocktail, customer will get bored. Later I share with you. I will show you some cocktails so you will do it. Okay. Any more question? Okay, I got it. Guys, scoop, I just shared with you all. This scoop is very, very, very good. I like to use a plastic scoop. One thing I like about plastic scoop, you want a lot of bartender when they work, the ice a bit, they like that. Okay. Crack is okay. Don't chip. If chip customer drink, then problem. So this kind of scoop, I really like. You all will get your own personal one soon. So the glass design is very, very smart. So they design, let's say for this is 7 glass, 7 cube. So when you chill it, you can get the 7 cube. When you put this, you can get 7 cube. One scoop, you only can get 7 to 10. You cannot get max. So how you want to control your scoop is another one more thing. So when you have a scoop, please take your time to measure how many ice cubes you have. If this one is taller, it's better because it's 10. This is only can take 7 to 10 cubes, cannot more than that. Other cube that you're using only can take 5 to 8, which is problem, scoop again. That means every scoop counts. So you all have to know about the measurement of whatever your tool is. No? You all got scoop there? No? I know that your scoop is about 5 to 8. So this is the most important thing of the scoop. So the people that design this also is very clever. They design everything, but you need to choose the proper things. It cannot run away. So a lot of people that they don't want to know the measurement of the glass. When the bartender come in Singapore, when I heard someone complain to me that they said, oh, they orientation to me about where to put the beer, where is our spirits. I don't like it. You are a bartender. If I tell you this is rum, you all know this is rum. I tell you this is control, you all know this is control. But I from another bar, a good bar, I just want you all to tell me how many ounces my glass. Like this is 7 ounce, 8 ounce, 8 ounce, about 8 ounce. So you tell me the glass, I can know because my place, I doing a cocktail 30 ml, 50 ml, 50 ml, 60 ml in total. I shake, give me additional 30 ml, 90 ml, right? 30, 30, 60, 90. 90 ml is, this is 210, 90 ml is less this. But you always must remember that there always one finger for your staff to carry. You cannot put too high. When your staff carry, he will walk, the customer down there, he will walk it. So you don't want that. You want him to be a human, walk at the top of the customer. Hi, how are you this? No, it's better than go down there. No? So this one also you have to understand. That's means the measurement of the drink is very, very important. It's not about how the process is very easy. When you got like this, 8 ounce, when you put ice, you only balance 5 ounce. When you shake a cocktail of 3 ounce, we give you additional 1 ounce, 4 ounce. 1 ounce is for the finger, for the stopper. It's okay to be less, but it is not okay to be over. Because to be over, when you go inside competition, we will stay away minus 1. When it's less, okay, you got a crush ice to help you. So ice scoop also is very, very important. So there's a lot of strainer that you will have here. This is called 2-prong strainer. Another one is 4-prong strainer. My one is no prong strainer. I don't like one because I like to make a drinks. I like to. If I use this, I got a problem. When I pour here, pour here, I have to pour here. It's not easy for me. And this is good, not say it's bad, it's best. And always must remember why they put spring is because the spring is to stop all the secrets, all the sisters, all the ice chip inside. That is why when you see mine, it's always 2 spring. I like to use 2 spring because I like to do a hard shake. I don't want a cheap ice to go inside. For this, you need to double shake. So this is push. When you push, sorry lady, when you push, you will same like how you put your glass. If you put your straw like this, then you put a lot of water inside. When you put your straw, you will like this. When you walk, you will slowly open the lid. That is why when we put our straw, we have to make sure that we put our garnish. The straw will get garnish. Understand? This one is very, very important. So the strainer of this is come to this. A lot of people when they do cocktails in front of the people, when they pour, they like that. When I judge competition, 0. Because only you go to people's house, you will not on this thing. So I always teach them there's a bar spoon. What you should do is, and I not say I don't like this, I prefer to use my one because a lot of bartenders, they do this mistake. When finished, the washing there like this, after here, they don't know what to do, so they will run. So it's no. So it's always. It's always after you like this. Once you're done, this one is you put back inside this one. So your part. Even the cutting board also is very, very important. Where you sit down the cutting board, is always must remember the cutting board, where is the hole there, have to face to your right hand. Yes. The reason is very simple, why people that design this cutboard is very, very good. The design is, one thing is, they allow you to hang. Right? Cutboard. Another one more thing is when you cut the food, so this is the angle when you push on the food. That's why when the kitchen, when you see after they cut, they hide all the dirty things at the handle there. So it's easy for you to clear. It's not so messy. If not, your bar top will really, really become very messy. And why the glass is like this is very simple. Normally you chill the glass, right? Everyone is chill the glass. But after you chill glass, you pour, then you open. There's always a 5 ml left here. So this one is the reason is you take like this, your hand like this, then you open. The reason that you need to hold like this, cannot like this, is because this is how you grip everything. Once you start to grip everything, when it breaks, you need time to spread your hand. But once you like this, when it's break, you just let go this 3 finger, everything will fall down because this finger already push. But you like this, no. You never see someone that flare, they hold the bottle like this. They always release like this. It's a common way of doing things. So always must remember, after you chill this, no, cannot like this, have to like this. Okay, perfect. Now everyone got this. Okay, can we go to the basic batus? So basic batus is before we learn the batus, of course that we must know that what is the name? All the batus. Number 1 is baspoon. There's a 2 type of baspoon. One is called the disc, round. When it's round, for you to muddle, a lot of people don't know. There's a fork for you to fork and for you to use for gelatin, because when gelatin you use this, the gelatin will stuck here. This gelatin will stuck. Then another one is called teardrop. Teardrop is because a lot of people got a different baspoon. Your baspoon in front bigger, big, am I right? So you got a teardrop behind. So for example, if you put the ice like this, your spoon cannot go inside and stir. That's why they design a tears for you to easy. So you understand why? Yeah. For the red color, it's much more easier for you to go inside. If you use this to go inside, there's no way it will break. So you have to know. And the technique of the baspoon is really, really very important. Is because when you stir, a lot of people that don't understand how it stir. One is stir, another one is swizzle. The other one is swizzle. Stir is very, very easy. So when you have to stir, it's always go down, not all the way down. Because all the way down when you don't know to stir, there is always a sound not nice. So you go a bit up and turn. A lot of people like to stir like this, one hand behind, but I don't like, because to me it's one hand behind, like it's too formal. I always like to go this, one hand is anti-clockwise. Because when I do this, faster chill my glass, and the customer always look at what I'm doing. What I'm going to do next, what I'm going to do next. So when I finish, I always let go this, then this two, I will take. So it's always remember that you can hold your baspoon. If you got a difficulty to stir your baspoon, you can ask for some ice from them. If you got difficulty to baspoon, when I learn how to bartend, I stir with this baspoon. This baspoon is not saying it's bad, it's good. How you want to learn it every time at your home is not this way. It's quite tough for you. You bend it. So every day you come to work, when you bend, it's easy for you to stir. So after you learn slowly, you make it straight, stir, forward, straight, straight. Then you okay. So this is the trick that you have to learn. So it's hard to stir, just bend a bit. That is why you can see our ladle is all designed this way. So easy for the chef to stir. Got it? For the baspoon? Thank you, sir. Then the second one is this citrus pillar. I really enjoy my citrus pillar. I'm sure that this one is no more already. So citrus pillar is very, very important. Citrus pillar is always, there's something down here. Am I right? The citrus pillar, your one have? No? Have? Let me see this. It's okay, it's okay. So it's always the technique of holding the citrus pillar is like how you hold a gun. get it. This one you have to put it first. Then you just put it. That is very, very easy. Don't always use your hand. Always remember that want to do things, don't use your force. You have to be easy. That's mean your hand to be, once you go in, just easy. No need to, a lot of people coming in because they too hard. This one lock, this one never move. So it will always stay like this because it's difficult. So if you give me use your one, I need times because I'm not used to it. I need to practice about 5-6 times, then I'm okay. So later when you got the line, you just practice like this, just pull down. Super spiller. Cutting one arm, okay, and jiggle. I always like to have 2 jiggle. If I go to other place, I like to use a 3 jiggle, different jiggle. I don't like to work with 1 jiggle. I always like to work minimum 2 jiggle, maximum 4. The reason is very simple. If I'm not confident about my new gains, I always use this kind of jiggle because this kind of jiggle got a V shape. When I do wrongly, it's easy for me. If this I do wrongly, I want to point inside, I cannot. So there's another one is 30, 45. Another one is 30, 60, but inside 10, 20, 30, 45, 60. So it's easy for me. Some of the ingredients I got 30, some of the ingredients I got 60. So for this is I like to use this is because I always like to play around the jiggle. When you hold the jiggle, it's always like this. When you finish, just turn like this. When you finish, just turn. So it's very simple move. If you want me to show you slowly, it's very easy. So you put your hand this way. Yes. See, this one like this. That means like this. The small one on top, just use your thumb, push up. Yes. So when you pour, when you finish, just push down back. So it's always like this. The technique is always like this. You cannot put down because why? You always must remember the cap is down here. So this is where you move because the cap is for you to close. Because most of the base ingredients, they never use 30 ml. They always use 40, 50, 60. Like gin mocha. That is why we don't have a 1 jiggle for the 60, then you have to turn it. Jiggle is okay. Then muddler. There's a 2 types of muddler. One muddler is like this. How about yours? Can I see? Yes. So there's a 2 types of muddler. One muddler is this. This is not for fruits. This is for herbs. One muddler for this is for fruits. The reason that I said this is not for fruits, the soft fruit like raspberry, strawberry, blueberry, with this, when you muddle, it will stuck at your ear. So it will stuck at your muddler when you muddle this. For rosemary, mint, yes. For fruits, you muddle this. When it's stuck, when you see it stuck, bartender always shortcut. Glassware. Because it's heavy, the top cannot, then it's glassware. So this is always, remember, this is for herbs. This is for sauce. But I like to use this because this I can control. I still prefer to use this. Can control. So there's a different type of muddler that when you buy, you have to make sure that you know what you use for. Not just, oh, I want a muddler, what muddler. Most of the flat one, the small one, is sharp. That is why most of the Bacardi brand, they like to give that one because it's for herbs. So herbs also when you muddle slowly. There's a lot of technique of muddle that people do wrong. Muddle is actually same like stir. It's come to the same technique. How you stir is when you go down, you turn, correct? When you do this, it's come to the same. It's like that. It's 5 times. No, you will spoil this. You need to work very, very long on this one. So when you do like this, it's wrong. Because it's heavy. You know, you don't need to, it's really heavy. It's really heavy that can break everything, can give you flavor. For herbs, you don't need to muddle so much because herbs, when you muddle so much, it will become bitter. Same like a lime. When the lime you put for your caprina, your caprisma, your capriosca, when you muddle the lime too much, that will become bitter. That is why people reinvented the caprina. They say don't need to muddle. They just say that just shake. You squeeze, shape. For me, my Khukuri now and my Khukuri scarf, I always do different things. I always cut my line. I always cut my line in the butterfly. What I mean is butterfly is after I cut this way, I will through the center. This is the center that gives you the bitterness, the skin. I will cut one. I will cut like how our parents cut the chicken, like this. Then I will put center like this. Then I put sugar. I take my butter. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Done. I never cut in a small wedge. I never cut this way. Because when you cut this way, what you're going to do is this way. You put sugar, then it will give a bit of water because the squeeze, then you will do like that. Oh, this one never hit, this one never hit, this one never hit, this one never hit, then the drink will become bitter because you squeeze too much time. If you cut one like this, it will give you all the flavor that you need. No need to cut a lot of time. So you all know, strainer you all know, this also you all know, chip strainer, main julep strainer that you know. Main julep strainer is normally where people use a mixing glass. Some people, they like this is to garnish the drink. So let's say if I got something like a mint julep, if I want to do mint julep, you got a cash ice here? You have a cash ice? Can you do for me one half bucket? I show you for this tin. This tin is very good because this tin is not only that you need for shaker. This tin, if you put inside the crushed ice when your drink is cold, your ice will coated with, your shaker will coated with ice. So it looks like a crystal. So there's a lot of way that you all can do it with your shaker tin. If you know enough glass, you want to impress some ladies, you can always use this to impress. After they do, I will share with you. Then this is the next page. This is what I share with you, the guest behavior just now. The guest behavior is very important. You have to understand that what the ladies like, what the guys like, what they should have before meal, what should they have after meal. Next question is. Yes, just beside you. So this is what I share with you. This is very important. You can learn. It's very easy. No need to learn everything. Don't be greedy. One day just learn one time. Second day you learn 2 times. On the 4th day you can learn everything. Always remember, if you want to learn something, you cannot learn everything at once. You have to focus one thing at once until you become good. Then you go to another one. Our brain is only this much of the kick that can go inside. If too much kick, cannot. You will break down. You will feel, I don't do anything. No, this is all. So one day you think that, oh, your place, a lot of people are drinking sour, just recommend something sour. If you don't sweet, just recommend something sweet. So there's a guideline for you to see this. Any question about this? About the guideline?
You don't have any guidelines, sir. That's why you didn't have any questions for you.
Let's see. How can I help you?
So we haven't got the answer. We didn't have it.
Oh, you all don't have it?
Yeah, it's the same problem also.
Yes, sir. Good question. You can squeeze it, not a problem, but you must remember that after you squeeze, you need to wash your hand. After you wash your hand, you need to wipe your hand. So you already 2 steps away. So if you wash your hand, never wash your hand, it's very sticky, your shaker might drop. If you wash your hand, you forget to wipe, then when after you shake your drink, the customer at the bar, all the water at their face. So there's a pro and con. Okay, that is why that I say that when you mother, always remember that don't use your arm strength. Yes, it's always remember that a lot of people mother, they always hold the shaker this way, and they mother. No, it's actually why I always like to do like this. Later I share with you how I work. You can see that how my workflow, why I always like to work with left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. I really ask for you. You have it? Who don't have this? Oh. Okay.
4 minutes.
Good, it's okay. I can see it on my laptop. Any more questions? Any more questions?
खुकुरी चाहिँ अर्कै रहेछ त्यो बोतल त्यसको त्यो अगाडिको ल्यापटपमा भएको बोतल अर्कै होइन त्यसको अगाडि
I show you some cocktails while we waiting for the form. Take about 5-10 minutes. Got any other ingredients? Any sugar? Okay. Guys, I will show you all a bit of cocktail while we're waiting. Now we're going to focus under Bill, or we can say it's mother. Before I share with you this, that I just need you all to understand that mainly a lot of people do it wrongly. I mean that I go around and see the bus, a lot of people do their main lift, they don't know how to do the main lift. So a lot of people do their main lift in this way. I show you. Right? Everyone do like this, right? Most of us do like this. Actually, it's not. Actually, its main lift is very, very easy. It's always take on top for your garnish. Then from here, you just pull it. This one, just pull it. Better, easier. You understand? So it's not about count. This one, okay, not a problem. But like this, count money. 1, 2, 3. Yes, how much you have? 100. I have 100. So you know it's very very waste time. So we want to set up one person. It's always remember like this. See on top where you want, just put down. Settle. Go. Syrup and sugar syrup. So you all understand? So there's a lot of people doing a mojito. There's a lot of way how to do a mojito. Some people do a mojito right. Some people do a mojito wrong. A lot of people like to muddle the line for the mojito. Am I right? So everyone like to muddle about 5 lemon wedge, and then main leaf inside the mojito, which is not say it's right or wrong, but I think it's not consistent because mojito is very easy thing, but your fine line, my fine line is not the same. You muddle how hard, I muddle how hard, not the same. Sugar syrup is not consistent, so everything is all wrong. The structure of the cocktail is not wrong. So for the simple mojito that we always do is always we take about 8 to 10 minutes. Then some of you like to clap, but I don't know why. Then I always like to here. Then I will take a lime juice. I take about 20 ml of the lime juice.
Clap गरेर चाहिँ के हुन्छ attraction
I take the sugar syrup 20 ml. And down here the rum, a lot of people basically drinks the rum, they take about 50 ml every time. Down here the customer 50, 60, but I think I'm a bit selfish, I would just want to pour 40. So it's always much better than don't worry. Don't, no. So how about sugar syrup? Have sugar syrup? Okay.
छ त मुनिनको हाल्दैन
Go, you never use glass and do for me, bro?
त्यति प्रोफेसनल चाहिँ हामीहरूलाई यो फ्लेरिङ गर्छ गर्दैन
So there's a two way how to do mixed syrup. So one is you take hot water and you put sugar. If you learn from something, it's called PDT. Please don't tell in New York. So they got to do a very very interesting mint syrup. That's mean they don't want to get any mint syrup. They use the mint stand. They put 1 glass of sugar, 1 glass of brown sugar, and 2 glass of hot water. So they stir, then they use it for their mojito. It's really really something different. So I use the same amount of lime juice I'm using. Then I put fresh ice. Stir. Soda. Matcha ice cream. Then I take the number one. I will use 2 spoons instead of 1 spoon. Garnish. Always must remember that the garnish has to be just beside the straw. So just now I got to squeeze this. If my mojito I put the grapes, I can use this. And I can put the grapes inside. I will do that. So my garnish is always beside the straw. I'm sorry I'm not biased, but I think ladies first. Be fair. So I will give the ladies first. So for the ladies, always must remember it's not 6 o'clock. It's either 3 or 6 o'clock. So the ladies can take a photo. Thank you. So it's always must remember that later after our lunch we will share about how we want to do this, how we want to make the cocktail. Always remember that easy things we make it look difficult, difficult things we make it look easy. Because it's under our control. We know how to play our mind. Customer don't know what we want to do next, but we know what we want to do next. So this is how just now when you can see that I built everything, how to do a mojito. Then another one, the most easy thing is I will give to the gentleman. That's mean is using when using a vodka it's called caprioska. When you're using a cachaça, it's called caprina. When you're using a rum, it's called caprisma. So it's very simple things. Human make it complicated. So it's come to the same when you muddle your lime, just add grapes inside.